Sovereign Beye herself was the objective of a sensation that Feline Williams decided to drop. Yes, you did without a doubt. Hear that Feline Williams is making the preposterous declaration that Beyonce, the music sovereign, is profoundly associated with Illuminati privileges. How about we pause for a minute to press the respite button before you begin changing your entire playlist and copying your Beyonce stock? This news is all basically as confirmed as your companion's mother adventure guidance peak. Upal, we're in obscure area here where stories spread like quickly during a family gathering. With his state-of-the-art humor and unashamed disposition, Feline Williams has forever been a steerer anyway. The web explodes quicker than a viral TikTok dance challenge when he begins dropping bombs about Beyonce and the Illuminati like this man. Feline Williams shouted, his tone overflowing with certainty and mockery. Beyonce isn't just making music, she's additionally conveying undercover messages. Man, with her tunes and moves, she leads the huge number like the Illuminati high priestess. This dark hole gets profound, so clutch your caps. People were discussing outrageous paranoid fears that make you rethink everything from your selection of socks to your day-to-day mug of espresso. Anyway, that doesn't mean there isn't captivating tattle to enjoy, so we should analyze it like we were breaking a case for a digital broadcast about evident wrongdoing. The Beyonce Illuminati speculation started with a generally shared tweet from a Florida KW mill operator. Is a lawmaker to be sure. What an astounding hotspot for paranoid ideas. The person says Beyonce is furtively Italian and not even African American. Come on, this isn't where we're writing the following Sopranos season. Stand by, things get more interesting. Jay-Z is additionally remembered for this thoughts. Since power couples don't appear to be ready to have a break, the two of them are accused of being card-conveying Illuminati individuals who work it in the background like mannequin bosses. It has less story turns and more hashtags than an unfortunate drama plot. You really want to take a gander at their exhibitions to comprehend how Beyonce and Jay-Z became engaged with the Illuminati plot. People, I'm alluding to those hand developments you know about. The people I allude to, Jay-Z is acting in triangles like assuming he's going for an ability show facilitated by a secret gathering. They guarantee that everything is a piece of the incomparable Illuminati. I conspire. Yet, can we just be real briefly and apply the brakes? People, we are examining two of the greatest names in music, in addition to the fact that Beyonce and Jay's making are swells, but at the same time they're making waves, and no, they're not wanting to assume control over the in the middle between practices, despite the fact that they might add a couple of images to a great extent. And the genuine article is this: Beyonce doesn't keep down while tending to these bits of hearsay in her verses. Have you truly stood by listening to development individuals she's not playing anyway? Individuals will talk about you whether you're drinking lemonade when you're too known as Sovereign Narrows. How about we discuss the enormous issue now? Beyonce has a mysterious Italian legacy. Yes, that sounds as conceivable as Bigfoot jogging through Times Square on a unicorn. More unusual things have anyway happened in the domain of VIP, bits of hearsay, unfortunate round of phone. This theory started with a solitary Instagram remark and immediately developed into an entire story that endeavored to subvert Beyonce's social character. Moreover, we should not disregard the more broad worries in question. For example, racial personality and portrayal, given that Beyonce has been a blunt promoter of the people of color. Matter development. It is to be expected that her naysayers are rising up out of the shadows, evening out a large number of ludicrous charges against her. Yet, here's the thing, individuals beyond will constantly be sovereign sound. She keeps on killing it in front of an audience and break records as though it were no biggie. Consequently, one thing is sure, the sound hive will not be withdrawing at any point in the near future. No matter what your conviction that she's either clandestinely heading a clique or only delivering astounding music anyway, Beyonce and the Illuminati are associated for additional reasons than Feline's allegations, a bigger pattern of paranoid fears, encompassing the Katt Rossmanship craftsman and her activities, incorporates the most recent charges that Beyonce's live shows are entryways to another domain and contain devilish images. These theories, which are regularly founded on guess and misjudging, try to associate Beyonce's creative appearances to secret social orders and fiendish plans. How about we analyze it briefly? The focal idea of these paranoid ideas typically fixates on the Illuminati, an alleged mystery association that certain individuals think control world undertakings and control society through various procedures, including mainstream society. Perhaps of the most notable entertainer on the planet, Beyonce, is routinely the subject of such tales and vision. Beyonce's Renaissance visit shows as an astonishing presentation of moving music and lights. It sounds rather terrific, doesn't it? Well, a few scholars say that it's not quite so basic as it appears. Pictures that have circulated around the web online purportedly portray curves and entrance like developments, which certain individuals accept to be evil soul passages. Yes, you heard accurately. Some case that Beyonce's shows are profound showdowns, as opposed to simply types of diversion, and the story doesn't end there. The utilization of Hindu strict symbolism, which incorporates deceptions to divine beings like Shiva and Durga, has incited more discussion and guess among connivance scholars. The use of different arm portrayals, and extra, some have estimated that Beyonce's utilization of Hindu imagery all through her exhibitions is a reference to fantasies from ancient history, or even a coded message implied for individuals in secret social orders. Stand by a moment. However, permit me to press the delay button briefly before we go down the deep, dark hole. It's vital to analyze these attestations fundamentally and consider different understandings for the imagery and symbolism utilized in Beyonce's shows. Specialists much of the time track down motivation for their outwardly capturing and reasonably complex exhibitions in various social and strict settings, without a trace of hard proof associating Beyonce's objectives to dull plans or secretive gatherings. Best case scenario, these speculations are as yet hypothetical, and to say the least, they may be risky. We should now talk about the meaning of all of this discussion. Paranoid ideas and sensationalized reports have a propensity for becoming famous online, especially in the virtual entertainment period. Like numerous geniuses, Beyonce is the subject of extreme examination and guess about her own convictions and inventive choices, while a decisive reasoning and a recuperate distrust are vital. It's likewise essential to recognize legitimate concerns and unreasonable guess persuaded by paranoid notions. Anyway, we should not neglect the significant detail, the alleged connection to the Illuminati. All things considered, you've seen the YouTube recordings, images, and all the other things. The issue is that in spite of their appearing ear-inspired notions, habitually need trustworthy proof to help them in this manner. Before you begin obliterating your lemonade vinyl record or dropping your Beyonce show passes, step back and take a gander at the more prominent picture that is all individuals on account of feline Williams. That unparalleled, we have been taken on an unbelievable excursion through the many endlessly turns of the Beyonce Illuminati story. It's been a wild ride of prattle and guess, going from declarations of wicked image to allegations of mystery social orders. Yet we should pause and think briefly before we finish. In our current reality, where murmurs might take on a free life and paranoid notions can multiply far and wide, it's pivotal to emotional proclamations with wariness, despite the fact that it's charming to get snatched up by the dramatization and interest. It's similarly as urgent to examine the proof, test the sources, and separate reality from fiction. So remember that the fact of the matter is regularly more complicated than what the title suggests. Whether or not you're an intense ally of the Bible